Every time the man drank 5 kilograms of tap water, he forced himself to do 300 push-ups. Even with his face flushed red and his breathing ragged, he refused to use the bathroom. Mike put himself through this torture for one reason only: to wait for the perfect chance to escape. Finally, that day arrived. That morning, breakfast in the prison was KFC of all things. Mike had his buddy load up a big plate of food for him, but he didn't wolf it down right away. He was waiting for someone important to show up. Right on cue, the warden walked in for his rounds. Seeing his moment, Mike launched into a violent coughing fit. The next second, he sprayed a mouthful of food all over the warden. The sudden mess made the warden gag, and he quickly ordered the guards to take Mike to the infirmary. After examining him, the doctor concluded it was just discomfort from drinking too much water. Nothing a day's rest wouldn't fix. Step 1 of the escape plan complete. Now for step 2. Mike said he needed to use the bathroom. The female doctor, worried something might happen, brought him a bedpan and told him to go right there. But Mike said that would be too embarrassing. That's when his accomplice, who'd been sweeping outside, spoke up and offered to help him walk over. The doctor reluctantly agreed, unaware that the two had planned this all along. Once inside the bathroom, Mike retrieved tools he'd hidden in the ceiling and got to work on a secret door leading outside. He got it open without much trouble, then put everything back the way it was and walked out like nothing had happened. But this was far from over. They hadn't actually left the prison yet. A few days earlier, the two of them had been working in the carpentry shop when the guards weren't paying attention. They'd secretly built 2 wooden crates and secured them to the underside of the supply truck that made runs outside the prison. All they had to do was climb in and lie still. When the guards checked under the truck with mirrors, they didn't notice anyone hiding inside and waved it through. Once the truck reached its destination, the two slipped out of their crates the moment the driver stepped away. Their getaway crew was already waiting nearby. Meanwhile, back at the prison, some inmates noticed Mike had been gone for a while. Figuring the time was right, they started a fight on purpose to create chaos and draw the guards in. During the brawl, they grabbed a guard as a hostage, keeping the warden's attention locked on the scene. He had no idea Mike was already gone. Mike's next stop was an F1 race, but they weren't there to watch cars go around a track. They were there to hit the vault. Mike hadn't wanted any part of this. He'd gone straight years ago. More importantly, he was only a few months away from getting out, and he had $90 million buried in his backyard. Why take the risk? But his partner dropped a bombshell. That money in the backyard? His brother had already dug it up and disappeared. With no other options and wanting something to live on after he got out, Mike reluctantly took the job. To help Mike break out, John deliberately crashed his car into a supermarket and stole 2 packs of instant noodles. That got him a 90-day sentence in the same prison. So far, so good. But after grabbing the money, they'd have to sneak back into prison, which meant time was running out. To figure out the vault's layout, 2 other crew members anonymously sent a cake to one of the employees, then sabotaged her car so she couldn't drive home and had to leave the cake at the office. Next, they disguised themselves as maintenance workers and snuck into the area beneath the vault, where they dumped a bunch of cockroaches they'd caught into the ventilation system. The roaches followed the smell and crawled straight to the cake. Left with no choice, the staff called in exterminators, and the crew slipped in with them, mapping out the vault and snagging the door code. They relayed the code to Mike through a payphone, giving him easy access to the basement. After all that, they circled back to the card reader base station and blew it up with a makeshift bomb hidden in a can. Now everyone placing